Good
Hi,
evening.
good evening.
Yeah. So nice to meet you. Let me introduce. So we're going to record for the coaching and mentoring session. So I will be the coach, and JS, you will be the coachee. And the conversation is about bridging the gap with the millennials at work, right? Okay,
Yep.
let's go. So how was your CNY recently? How celebrate?
Quiet.
Quiet.
I impressed my friend by telling them that I didn't step out of my house for 4 days.
Wow.
And I think I did the right decision. You look at the case numbers today,
It has risen
10,000 plus.
10,000
Yeah.
plus. It's quite
Mm.
scary. We're going through the same cycle again, huh? Now with
Well,
all.
I think Omicron should be better in a sense, like it's not that lethal. With
Mm,
most of us
okay.
being vaccinated, it should be better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, true. So how's work? I mean, apart from, CNY, CNY
Well,
holiday.
it was a bit slow the last uh because of CNY, because of the CNY mode, right? So
Ah,
all the contractors are off, so I have nobody to chase anyway. So yeah.
so in the meantime, what is actually on your mind apart from that, right? Before from last year
Mm.
until the Q1, what has been bothering you at work?
Um to get my counterpart, my colleague that works with me on the same project, um is a millennial, okay? So I find that it's very hard to actually get them to deliver on time. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's always very difficult to
Examples?
get them. I mean, well, he promises me on something, right? And when he promises me on something, he doesn't, although he says yes, it doesn't come true in that sense.
And it's more often than not, right? It's quite regular,
Yes.
quite regular.
Yeah, quite regular. Yeah, quite regular.
And it's starting to impact your projects, correct?
Well, if the client is super fussy, then we'll be in a lot of trouble lor.
Hmm.
But so far, our client has been pretty gracious, I must say,
Hmm.
because I've worked with worst kinds of clients before. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, let me understand a little bit what is the purpose or the objective that you're looking at from this coaching session?
Okay. I would like to be able to help, first of all, to be able to bridge this gap lah, understanding them better so that I can actually help him improve, this colleague of mine to improve on his time turnaround.
Okay.
For one, something practical is his minutes. It never comes out within the 3 days or even 4 days that I actually set for him, right? It always takes more than a week, almost a week. Like sometimes it gets as bad as um, on the same day the next meeting is going to happen, right? He sends out his minutes. That's how late it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how
Have
late.
you had a chat with him before?
Yes, I have. I
Uh,
have. Yeah.
it's come to a point where
Well,
you.
whenever I ask him to say, hey, you must try to, churn it around. And I do it by example as well. Whenever I take up that minutes that he is writing, right? When he's not, whether he's not around or he has to go somewhere else or he's off, right? That particular meeting, right, is slightly longer than the other ones that I take.
Mhm.
Um, but I still churn it out, like issue it out, right? Following day, or the worst is like, Monday, because the meeting is on Thursday afternoon. Okay. So I usually issue it, right, on a Friday.
Mhm.
If I'm very super busy, then it will be Monday. It will be
Mm,
out.
mm,
His at first it was Tuesday, and then I go through it. Now, because it turns it out so late, I don't even look through it, which is very dangerous actually.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not sure, I don't get the chance to check and make sure that he gets all the points in, things like that.
Mm.
So yeah, so these days of late, he has been turning it out on the same day of the meeting. So that is how bad it is. Yeah.
Mm. And did he mention anything like any excuses or any reasons why such a late response and he's unable to fulfill
Well,
or
sometimes he does say that he has other engagements and other meetings, which is his so-called voluntary work. Or the very odd occasion, I did hear that he gets roped in to make proposals, to do our bidding pitch and that sort of thing lah. But other than that, he always reply me okay, but the okay doesn't mean it's gonna come out today.
Mm, mm.
That is the problem.
Okay. So in breaching this gap with that person, especially in the minutes, churning out the minutes in time or on time. So do you have an idea how you're going to work around this with that person?
Not
I mean,
really.
during
I mean,
this.
apart from the fact that I have been trying to show him by example,
Mm-hmm.
by me churning out the minutes within a day or two,
Mm-hmm.
it seems that he knows it, but he's not doing it.
Okay. How long has this been going on actually?
Maybe last 6 months. About 6 months. The last 6 months.
Then how soon do you want this to be resolved?
Well, it would be good if we can resolve. I mean, if he can improve in the next 3 to 6 months. Yeah, because in his appraisal recently that we had, he did tell his people manager that he's ready to be a PM. He wants to step up. So, I am trying to help him to step up in that sense as well. Yeah. Because I did tell him before that, as a project manager, writing minutes is our fan tong, our rice bowl our fan woon, Writing minutes is supposed to be our rice bowl, and you have to master it because that is recording all the agreements and the decisions and all those things. Yeah.
So how many sessions do you think you want to run through with me towards this resolution?
Maybe once a month, perhaps.
Once a month.
Okay,
that will be sufficient, is it? Okay, that will run towards a quarter or 2 quarters.
2 quarters,
2 quarters.
I don't think he's gonna improve in the next 3 months.
Okay, that means 6 times 6 times with me. And then, do you agree with the current status quo or status for the coaching?
Sorry, I don't understand that.
I mean, the current status of the coaching is a starting point, right? And the target is for you to be able to turn around and provide a solution for your colleague to be able to step up to become a PM. And one of it is to churn out the minutes of meeting on time. And then next one is let's go through a coaching model, a simple coaching model called GROW, GROW. It actually stands for setting up the goal for the G. Okay, R is setting up the reality here. Okay, options will be the third one. And lastly, the W in the wheel and in terms of what takeaway you want to achieve. Okay, so first one, let's set the goal. So what immediate goal are we setting here other than the minutes of meeting?
Well, the main thing is actually I think it will be good that he meets his target of 3 to 4 days to
Okay.
bring out the minutes.
Mm.
And then the second thing would be actually when he agrees on a deliverable, yep, he'll do it. Like I will ask him a question, right? Can you give it to me today? His answer usually will be a yes, but generally it never happens until if I'm lucky, it's the next day. If I'm not so lucky, it'll be the next 2-3 days, that sort of thing. So I find that a lot of the millennials, when they say yes, they don't mean yes. Or is it just me? Because when I say yes, I make sure that my yes is a yes.
Yeah. It relates to our integrity, I guess. So, not sure about the millennials. So I guess you can start drawing up some ideas of how millennials work from, YouTube's, from research on the internet, from books, So, building up this, but I mean, talking about one person does not actually represent the whole group lah, but it does, I mean, in a way, stereotype millennials' behavior at work. So the other one is you want to work on the integrity part for him, right? Yeah, keeping his own words. Okay, what else? Is there anything else? How about documentation, submission? Is he okay?
Well, if he can do his minutes better, then I think we will be going somewhere lah with regards to the reports right now. Yeah. So I just don't want to stress him out in that sense by demanding too much. I tell you these days, another stereotyping is that millennials are known as the strawberry generation, isn't it? After they stress out, it's like, I don't want to work with JS anymore. Stress me out. People are stressed out just me standing there, okay? I don't even have to open my mouth.
Let's go to the second point, reality. Setting up the reality here.
Well, the reality is I need him to improve on his time deliverables, on his minutes. That would be the first thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Next one, what are the options like? Do we have any options to work with him on one-to-one, or is he so tied up that he doesn't have time for catching up to learn what is missing or what is his weaknesses that he needs to work on?
I don't
what are
know.
our options here?
Do you think I should talk to him again?
Okay, and you have done that in the past, right? Yeah, and you have been observing him for the past 6 months, right? And you want to actually see improvement within the first quarter or the second quarter, the maximum, to see that he has improvement, right? Other options? Can we use any system to monitor and tie him up to a certain process that he must do in order to, achieve the PM status that he wants?
How do you actually, I suspect he's actually very distracted. But the thing is, how do you actually undistract a person? Because we're all working from home from the last 6 months, right? So how can we actually or rather me suggesting to him that he be a bit more focused for the 1 hour or 2 hours, and then allow him and just focus on getting the minutes done? How can we actually help him be focused in that sense? Because I suspect he's distracted in that way.
Yeah, okay. Or maybe overloaded. Yeah.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I'm working 4 projects, okay? And I'm dealing with most of the issues.
Is he involved in all the 4 projects working with you?
Yes.
Okay. Then it's going to be hard, right?
But I do give him much, I'm not good with figures. So I usually, like all the certs and all that sort of stuff, right? I will leave it to him in that sense. So, I mean, there are some messy things, but compared to what is on my hand, he has much less.
Okay, so we will work on the options later on during our sessions. But I think at the moment I hear about 1 to 2 options that we can work on. Okay, next one is the last one, the grow or will or take away. So maybe you want to, summarize what is exactly the outcome that you want to see, right? From this coaching session at the end.
Well, it did occur to me that when I talk to him, I should encourage him to talk more, rather than me telling him what my ideal is, right? So, but do you have any suggestion on how I can actually get him to talk rather than, and then you can shut up?
Yeah. The powerful way is asking questions. And for us, right, coaches, right, maybe for you, if you want to, see some improvement in him, you can draft out some, relevant questions to ask him so that he can speak up and let you know the real picture. Sometimes you can see what he's doing and he's not overloaded or anything. He could improve, but maybe there's a background information that was not told to you, not informed to us, right? So that we can so by asking the questions, he can actually open up and relate to you, right? So maybe that's where you can actually put it as part of your options and your takeaway. So last one is what kind of celebration, if you can achieve your outcome, so what you want to do as a celebration. So maybe you're going to set small milestones, maybe, so that
I
when
will
you
take him out.
maybe Yamcha or a small meal lunch.
Yeah, I will definitely, if he can consistently deliver his minutes on time, right? I will definitely treat him
Yeah.
to a meal or two. Yeah.
What else would entice him to be motivated more to achieve?
Well,
Is he like
by putting in a good word for to
okay?
his reporting manager, right?
Okay, that
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think there's also but then again, it's not too bad in this organization right now, because the people manager do talk to me before they assess, they give the final word on the appraisal. So they do talk to the person that they work with closest. So his people manager did call me up and had a chat with me about it. So it's not so bad, because it's like sometimes it's very bad it's a bit tough when you work with people that they don't report to you. You get what I mean or not?
True.
I mean, he reports to me and yet he doesn't report to me in that sense, because his performance appraisal doesn't lie with me, or, I don't have that power, but now slightly better lah in that sense. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
Thank you, JS, for the session. See you in the
Okay,
next round.
thanks. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you.